You and me, baby, best kind of crazy. We were such a hot mess.
Howdy, folks. Jim King of the TV and radio here. I've got somebody you're going to recognize because she's been on my show. It wasn't too long ago. I think it was last summer with her last release, but she's got a hot mess of a song we're about to play. In fact, that's the title that she wrote. I would say she's probably a quadruple threat, Sophie Bolen. She's an actress. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. I think she's also a video producer. Did you produce this one too?
Yeah, I did. I did. Another one.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
And you filmed it on your family farm in Michigan?
I did, yeah. My aunt and uncle have a farm that's been in their family for over 100 years, and they were super excited to have me. I always can picture the music video right away, and they didn't know it, but I was picturing their property, and I was like, you don't know this, but you're about to have a music video filmed, if you will allow me. And they were so gracious about it and such a big help. But yeah, it was a Centennial Farm in Middleville, Michigan. Thank you, Aunt Renee and Uncle Lynn, for letting me film there, because it turned out perfect.
Was that a place you visited growing up?
Oh yeah, it's not too far from where I grew up either, and I was always over at my aunt and uncle's house, and yeah, a lot of good memories. Big bonfires in the backfield, so yeah.
Sophie Bolen, Hot Mess is the video. I love the instrumentation in the background. Got a banjo and a fiddle, acoustic guitar, great sound, and it's kind of a throwback. You don't see much fiddle and banjo anymore.
You don't. I really love, that's the kind of music that I've always been drawn to. And when we were first creating this record, this was one of the first songs, and everything else was super produced. And this was kind of an inspiration I loved. It just, the song felt right. And so honestly, this song and how stripped back and acoustic it is, I love strings, kind of shaped the rest of the album. We kept pulling everything back and just stripping everything back for this album.
And did you write this with Rebecca Lynn Howard again?
I did. Yep. This is another one with her. Some of my favorite songs come with co-writing with her, and also her BFF, who's also one of my favorite people to write with, Rachel Thibodeau.
It's Sophie Bolen, again, singer, songwriter, and actress. You doing any acting these days, or is that on the back burner?
No, I'm still doing it all. I
good.
think music and acting go hand in hand. I actually just did a movie called Beyond Belief where I got to be a musician in it, but it was a little bit different. My hair was basically in a mohawk, and I had black eyeliner, and I was an 80s guitarist shredding. So I got to be in an 80s faith-based rock and roll movie. That'll be coming out later this year in 2025.
Here comes Sophie Bolen and Hot Mess as our Jackson Hill Park and Marina music clip of the week straight from Nashville.
We had it bad for each other, and you had a car. So you picked me up in the middle of the night. We snuck out of the back door and ran down the drive, even though we both knew better. You and me, we had to be together. Such a hot mess. Mississippi made us wanna get our feet and me, baby, best kind of crazy. We were such a hot mess. Laying by the riverbed, I wanted every kiss and every touch, and ended up with no regrets. You and me, baby, best kind of crazy. We were such a hot mess.
Escape to Jackson Hill Park and Marina at Lake Sam Rayburn. Your lakeside paradise awaits. Enjoy premier boating, fishing, and picturesque views. Then unwind in our cozy cabins and savor delicious dishes at our on-site restaurant with full bar. Plus, join us for periodic special concert events where live music brings our community together under the stars. Create unforgettable memories at Jackson Hill Park and Marina. Visit us today and let your adventure begin. Up next, the late great Don Rollins takes center stage in the Royal Spotlight.
King of the road.